My name is Jeffery Lowe. Mother said I was born with a pencil in my hand because I always liked to draw. I like to consider myself an artist. I'm an illustrator. I'm a teacher, a historian. You know, we judge ourselves by our artistic merit. You know, there's three things that all civilizations are judged by: their military might, their military strength, their economic stability, and their artistic achievement. When you look back over history, we know what people by their art, by what they achieved. So art is very, very important. And, I remember in third grade, my friend and I were drawing, and we weren't paying attention to the teacher, and she decided that we were going to be taught a lesson, so she kept us in from recess, and we drew. And so she decided to have a contest between us two, and she made us draw the whole day, which we didn't mind at all. And at the end of the day, the kids got to choose whose drawing they liked the best. And my classmates chose mine. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, I can draw. And I think from then on, it was always easy for me to draw, as far as the desire to draw. I remember struggling with lots of things, faces, struggled with hands. But the more I worked on it, the better I got. Finally, that was my goal in life, was to be an artist. And a lot of people make money at it, not only just by the selling of their work, but by commercial art and things that I tell my students just about, in fact, everything we use, everything man has created is due to artists, people having vision and being able to put it down in a two-dimensional world, and they build it three-dimensionally. Art is everything. It really is part of our life and will always be. I had the opportunity when I was in Europe to visit many castles, and in one castle I went to, I literally got to play with and try on some 600-year-old armor. And I said to myself, you know, this doesn't look that difficult to create. I think I could create that. So I made little sketches in my little sketchbook, and when I got back home, I started pounding out steel, and it was a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. There were a lot of other things to consider that I hadn't considered, so I struggled with it a little bit. I met some people who build armor professionally from museums and different venues, and I armored with them for about a day, a long day. And when I was done, they said, you know what, I've taught you more in one day than I teach most people in 2 years. And the guy said, I don't want to see you again. The hardest things is just the sheer energy that it takes to build it. I don't do anything with hydraulics. A lot of people will build with hydraulic hammers and things, but I hammer it all out by hand. See beyond the possibilities. Then have faith. Faith that you can do it. Faith that what you achieve will be recognized. Maybe faith that whatever it is, you can create it. And you have to lose a lot of fear when you're doing that. You have to lose the fear of what other people think, fear of failure. You know, Thomas Edison, somebody once said, golly, you know, how many times did you try to create a light bulb? He says, it was like over 200 times. And they said, wow, you failed 200 times? And he looked at him funny and said, no, I just found 200 ways not to make a light bulb. You know, so that perseverance, it'll come. It just needs time and patience and practice.